We start the morning rush with another twist in the Nehemiah Griego case. The teen killer is still not resentenced this morning after a judge says she needs more time. We're hoping to learn soon when the resentencing for the man who killed his family as a teen will continue. He was set to be sentenced as an adult yesterday. Prosecutors asking for 120 years in prison. Judge Elisa Hart can choose that sentence or mental health treatment. Yesterday in court, Griego addressed his family to say he's sorry. Erica.
Our weather pattern today is keeping us nice and clear across the entire state due to the high pressure overhead. We'll have some slightly cooler temperatures on the southeast side of the state. By tomorrow, that high pressure moves off. We'll start to have some windier conditions for our Thursday.
Changes are being made at an Albuquerque restaurant this morning after a family found a drug needle under their table. The Marquez family were eating at the Applebee's on Manal near University on Sunday. That's when they say their daughter bent down to pick up a crayon and found a drug needle under the table. Now, luckily, the girl was not pricked. The restaurant says it's taking steps to prevent future incidents.
UNM students heading into school this morning can get their hands on drug testing drink coasters. Is to help keep students stay safe from date, rape, or drugs. You can use a coaster by putting a drop of your drink on the tester. If it turns blue, that means the drink's been tainted with. Students can pick up the coasters at the Mesa Vista Hall.
This morning, Albuquerque joins more than 100 other cities in showing support for Daca. Now, that's the program which protects about 800,000 children brought to the U.S. as kids. The city of Albuquerque joins the cities by signing a court brief that's heading to the Supreme Court.
Looking ahead for you, Intel will soon dish out millions of dollars to employees to settle allegations of discrimination. The U.S. Labor Department says the company will have to pay nearly $5 million in back wages and interest over allegations of pay discrimination against the company's female, black, and Hispanic employees.
New this morning, congressional Democrats have decided against holding a full vote on the impeachment inquiry. This comes as the White House says it is not valid without it. However, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says a vote is not needed because the Constitution doesn't require it. Erica.
Here's a look at our Metro Threat Index for today, keeping it very low because no weather worries, except for just a very cool start to the day. Temperatures right now are in the 40s, so grab your jacket.
Looking ahead for you, Albuquerque city officials will soon ask the state for more money for crosswalk improvements. Earlier this year, a task force was created to look at crossings at more than 350 schools. 6 were classified as prioritized for funding. To improve safety, the city plans to seek funding for better signals and more crossing guards.
Rent continues to be a pain for many in Albuquerque this morning. The Journal reports that RealPage, a Texas-based company, found that rent around Albuquerque rose 5% in the last year. Meanwhile, another study shows more than half of Albuquerque renters spend at least 30% of their salary on rent. That's a higher percentage than places like Portland, San Francisco, and Seattle.
This morning, the city of Albuquerque has its sights on tearing down a building in a busy shopping area. City says they've spent about $8,000 to have the former curtain store at Cutler and San Mateo cleaned up and secured. The attempts failed, though. Now the city is deeming it as a nuisance property.
Looking ahead, BCSO and BCFD could soon have a new training academy. Last night, county commissioners contemplated buying a property near Osuna and Jefferson that would allow them to consolidate the two agencies' training camps into one. The county says having them in one place would cut costs in the long run.
Happening today, New Mexico United hoping for a big win tonight to send them into the playoffs. United will play Tacoma Defiance tonight at Isotopes Park. Game time set for 7 p.m.
The Lobo football team is, is almost off CBS's new college football rankings list. Of the 130 top division schools, UNM sits at 122. Now the rankings come after a tough loss to Colorado State. The Lobos are now 2-4 on the season. Erica.
Now let's get a look at that morning drive. Everything is looking good on the roads right now. No accidents to report. Just your normal slowdowns as you're approaching the Big I.
Apple is reportedly working on creating a cheaper iPhone. Now, the tech giant is likely to debut the new iPhone SE in the first half of 2020. A report disclosed that Apple's cheaper new phone would have about a 4.7-inch display, a home button, and may only have one rear camera. The iPhone SE will cost around $400, making it a whopping $600 cheaper than the iPhone 11 Pro.
You could soon get your hands on a beer made by veterans for veterans. White Crow Hops and Bombs Away Beer Company have concocted a commemorative beer for the New Mexico National Guard. Bombs Away owner says they want to let the National Guard decide what it will be called. The beer will debut the Friday before Veterans Day. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, on this day in New Mexico 35 years ago, in 1984, there was a snowstorm. 10 to 15 inches of snow fell in the high elevations of the northern mountains, and it caused some major damage to some ripe crops that were ready to be harvested. Pretty crazy. Yesterday on this day, also a snowstorm with around the same amount of snow. So we're getting to that time where snowstorms are becoming more common. Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, it's a big day for New Mexico United. The team is hoping for a big win to send them into the playoffs. It's a match that the team has been getting ready for all year long. United will play Tacoma Defiance tonight at Isotopes Park. The team is currently 11th in the USL Championship Western Conference. Game time is set for 7 p.m. We wish them good luck.
Number 4 now, the city of Albuquerque is one of more than 100 cities showing support for Daca, signing a court briefing that is heading to the Supreme Court. The program protects about 800,000 children brought to the U.S. as kids. 2 years ago, the Trump administration said it would begin to dismantle that program. The U.S. Supreme Court set to hear arguments on November 12th. Of course, we'll be watching.
And at number 3, it's a cold morning for us. Temperatures right now 3 degrees colder in Albuquerque, but we're really seeing the changes on the east side of the state. It's 20 degrees colder than yesterday morning in Clayton, 17 degrees colder in Tucumcari, 23 degrees colder in Hobbs. That's after a cold front moved through, but we will start warming up by later on today.
Number 2 now, there is a warning for parents this morning. Listen to this. A local Applebee's restaurant says it's taken action to prevent a drug needle problem. This after a young girl found a couple of them right under her table. Miranda and Alejandro Marquez and their daughter Aviana were eating at the Applebee's on Manal near University on Sunday. Aviana went to grab a crayon under the table. That's when she found a needle instead. Thankfully, the girl was not pricked, but the Marquez family says more needs to be done. The restaurant's ownership group says in part that they've taken steps to prevent any future incidents. We did post their full statement on our website. That's KRQE.com.
And at number 1, the resentencing case of Nehemiah Griego continues. This after a full day of testimony taking place yesterday. Now, the teen killer could spend the rest of his life in prison for killing 5 members of his family. Judge Alyssa Hart heard from Griego's sisters as well as his father's side of the family, as well as Griego himself. Now, he apologized for murdering his parents and 3 siblings back when he was just 15 years old. Griego was first sentenced as a juvenile. Now, he was supposed to get out when he turned 21 back in March, but after some legal challenges by the state, Griego now faces an adult sentence.